What's good, Melanites? It's your boy GT.
And I'm Kymmy Cocoa.
And we are your hosts
for Innovative Black Stations,
Connecting the Dots, where we bring everything full circle
in our community.
And today we're going to talk about the stock market crash, budget deal, Quincy Jones crazy ass, old ass, and among many other things. But first, what we're going to do, we're going to put you on game about the stock market crash. So, Kim, go ahead and kick us off.
So, the Dow Jones Industrial Average lost about between 7 and 10% last week. And so we were just trying to figure out why. Now, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is just one market indicator. And it's the one that people go to the most because the companies that are on it are some of the top and most popular companies, some household names. I'm just going to run off a couple of names of the companies. And keep in mind that it's more than just an average of the stock prices. It also takes into consideration the price to earnings ratio and a couple of other factors, but just a broad idea as to what it is. The Dow Jones Industrial Average has 30 stocks on it. One of them is 3M, American Express, Apple, Chevron, Coca-Cola, Disney, Exxon, Home Depot, JP Morgan Chase, Pfizer, McDonald's, Nike, Walmart. So they use those as an indicator as to what the market is doing. One of the things that they said that made it go down is because it was just too high, period. It's been going up since 2016. Thank you, President Obama. And what's happened is that, Trump has spoken so much about American growth and the economy.
Right.
So it just made people start investing.
So I know a lot of people, real quick before you continue off, a lot of people don't know the difference between the Dow Jones and NASDAQ. The Dow Jones is a sum of a component stock prices divided by the number of stocks and average, whereas the NASDAQ tracks stocks traded electronically on the stock market exchange. So I know a lot of people was like, what's the NASDAQ, what's the Dow Jones? But that's a little bit of the difference between the two. And also understand too that the last stock market crash that we had was in 1997. However, this is not really a stock market crash.
No.
It's just more so a change in the market direction.
Right.
So be understanding of that and kind of educate yourself on that. But we're going to go ahead and kick it back off to Kim, and I'm going to let her finish what she was saying.
So they were saying that one of the reasons was due to inflation. Like we said, after the State of the Union address where President Trump spoke of how highly Wall Street was doing, how everyone's making money, and so when you make a lot of money, people start charging more money, and then they're saying interest rates are going to go up. So because of all the stuff that was going on, they were thinking that maybe one of the reasons that people started selling is so that they could put their money into something more stable, which would be the bond market, which would benefit from higher interest rates. So the tax cut made companies invest more into their employees, and so that's just going to give people more money. Allegedly, we spoke about that on another episode.
Did that have something to do with the $1,000?
Well, yeah, the tax cut was, people, because they got a tax cut, because the corporate tax rate went from 35 to 21%. The corporations are supposed to stimulate the economy by raising wages, and some people just gave the $1,000. But if they're doing that well and they're reinvesting the money into their employees, then the employees are going to have more money and they're going to spend more money. Okay. So that's going to push inflation. So what they're thinking is, okay, since the economy is doing so well, they don't need our money, these companies. So I'm going to put my money into something more stable. So they're saying that that's one of the reasons why. And that the Feds had raised interest rates 3 times in 2018. So that would be more appealing to people that want to invest in something that.
And we also
like
got
bonds.
A project for y'all too.
Yeah, we're going to start a game.
Me, Kim, and Jay Black
and
collectively,
me, and whoever
started a project. Kim, go ahead and tell them about the project that we started.
So we're going to play a game. It's called Pick a Stock, and we're going to track it, and we're all going to meet here. And we have a group on Facebook called Connecting the Dots. So like it, share it. We're just going to have like a contest, so to speak, to see whose stock made the most money over a certain period of time, which I haven't determined what that period of time is going to be yet. But we just want to get people involved, and we want people to try to, learn more. And some people do better in competition, right? So, I mean, we encourage you to buy the stock. But if you don't, just as a practice run, pick something in the stock market that you think will do well, and then we'll see, and we'll go from there. And we're gonna also share in the group. There's a list of places that you can just buy stock directly from the company. You don't have to go through a broker, a trading firm, or anything like that. I'm not a financial advisor. If you need one, get one. But if you just buy stock from the company, you don't have to be worrying about the fees, the trading fees, and what have you. So we're gonna get that information and put it in our Facebook group. So like it, share it, invite a friend, and let's try to make this game fun.
I know a couple years ago, T-Mobile was giving away stock.
I got mine.
You did?
I sure did.
Wasn't it for it was like adding a line or something like that?
No, it was for T-Mobile Tuesday. Was an app that they started every Tuesday for being a T-Mobile customer. You get something on Tuesday. And at one point, I was popping off. They were giving away stock. Yep. If you were.
I remember the thing, but I didn't know they were giving away stock.
Yeah, they had certificates. They actually had certificates, but what you had to do is you had to like go online. You had to go to the T-Mobile Tuesday app.
Yep, you had to download it, and then you had to just sign up for an account. And since then, it's called the transfer agent or whatever. But since then, they've changed. Whoever got themselves into this by saying, "Oh, we'll run this for you guys." I guess they're like, "We're not getting paid for this," because they encourage you to buy more stock. So now it's with Folio First.
Yep.
And so you get a free brokerage account. I mean, it's not free, but it is kind of cool because at least you have one share of stock.
Right.
And exactly. So I got one. I think it's like $60-something now. I've been paying much close attention to it.
Yeah, $60.
So I might pick T-Mobile to be my stock, and I also want to pick Twitter because I own Twitter too. And Twitter for the first time did good with their profit. So well, they did initially, but now it's going back up. But basically when you're in not in competition, but when you think about profitability and marketability, Facebook stock is like $100 and something because Facebook makes more money because Facebook sells your information. You know what I mean? And Twitter just hasn't taken the opportunity to do that. And then Twitter bought another company and shared all your information with them. The Messenger app was a whole nother company initially. So Facebook bought them and made it so that you have to have
messages.
So I mean, Mark Zuckerberg and them is just caking off because they're tricking all our information off to everywhere.
Instagram made Snapchat. I know last year you lose a lot of stock when they did the My Story on there. Yeah.
Well,
that's Facebook.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically.
Now, I don't know if y'all know on Snapchat, you can, if you hold the phone, the Shazam app pops up.
Yeah. Now it has Shazam on there now. Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know if they bought them or anything.
And Snapchat was not doing well in the stock market recently. I don't know if you guys know that. Snapchat was not doing well because they were saying that the Snapchat subscriber is very young. Like basically Snapchat is for people under 30 and they're not paying for their phone bills and stuff. So it's like, how do you market to those people? You know what I mean? Because their parents are paying for it. So
they expect the parents to buy.
They say the biggest buying demographics is the kids and the older people.
Right.
In between, I mean, we just trying to live.
Right.
The older people gonna buy stuff for their kids.
Right.
The kids ain't buying nothing.
Was it Snapchat just did a update? They did an update.
I heard about that.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But they also was incorporating like news and stuff like that on there. But the thing I don't like about the update is like now you can pretty much look at anybody's Snapchat. You don't even have to follow them, which makes it uncomfortable because it's like, damn, like how do I know if my profile is public or if it's private?
Right. I've never been on Snap.
I feel like with Snapchat is personal, so you had kids on there and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like an upgrade from Facebook, and then Instagram is just whatever you want them to think that you are. You know what I'm saying? So
I know you might have some private booty on there or something. You know what I'm saying? You want to delete after 24 hours and now it's public. Shit. Yeah.
Did you guys also notice that as the stock market was going down, more and more news was coming out about the Trump administration, which I thought was kind of weird because I'm like, do people have no faith in this government so much so that they're like, fucking, I'm out because what are the regulatory agencies going to do if Trump gets impeached? You know what I mean? I was noticing that, but no one ever. I've looked and looked and looked, and I've not seen anybody say that because they're saying that it's really not related. But if it was, would they tell us? You know what I'm saying? Like I literally, because they have CNN on at work all day at my job, right? So I'm literally watching them come out with all this stuff about Trump, and then I keep seeing the Dow. Everything going down, and I'm like, yo, that's
record
crazy.
Record losses for the Dow.
Well, I mean, if it's really not a loss until you sell out, right? And if you sell out and you are retired when it's down like that, that's bad. But for the rest of us that have years and years until we retire, it's like a clearance sale, right? I mean, if you got paid this week and your company puts money into the stock market while it's down, it's good.
But the question is, maybe for another episode we can answer this: are we gonna ever really be able to retire? Because by the time we get old, Social Security not gonna mean anything.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It doesn't really mean much now with inflation. I mean, if you think about it, a cost of an apartment is like basically
$1,200.
and depending on when you started working, and it really doesn't go by what you put in, right? It goes by the people that are working at that time.
I think it's something like that.
So I mean, where do you see the trend going? Are people like young in their teens and 20s? Because those are the people whose money I'm gonna need when I retire.
Right, no, for sure.
Are those people working?
We in a time where people are doing the entrepreneur route.
Exactly.
Right.
Like the millennials ain't really trying to work.
They're not.
Right,
We're not staying at jobs for like 40 years or none of that.
No, we have no incentive to, because like I always say, these companies aren't giving us 401ks and pensions. I mean, they do, but it's not like profit sharing like it used to be.
Right.
Like, we're going to give you a pension plan. Like, after you've been here 30 years, we're going to pay you $500 a month for the rest of your life. They don't have that anymore like they used to. So the loyalty is not there. So that's what I'm saying. If you get into investing early, you can invest in stuff more aggressively, you know what I mean, and make more money. So that's why I try to encourage people in their 20s.
Wouldn't get far, because $500 can't get you that far. How you get that far?
So
shit, really.
Another person that's been, so instrumental in the game and schooling people. He's like really, he's just, I'm not a Jehovah's Witness, and I don't really, I'm not into all that fandom, but I really respect this dude for bringing money back into the community. So I was reading this article in, where's this article from? Business Insider, and you could look it up. I'm sure it's everywhere else. But Jay-Z's entertainment company is adding startup investing to its repertoire. So he's investing a lot into small companies to help them get started. Rock Nation, which Jay-Z founded in 2008, is launching a startup platform called Arrive, and it's investing in early stage startups to help companies build their brands. That's awesome.
That's dope.
I mean, if you think about it,
do they spell it the regular way?
ARRIVE.
Okay, the regular way.
The New York-based venture capital firm Primary Venture Partners will be serving as the venture advisor to fund, and Glassbridge Asset Management will be providing institutional operational support. So that's who will be managing everyone's account and everything like that. So that's going to be cool. So if you have Jay-Z is one of the biggest investors in that like Uber airplane business. Did you guys hear about that?
I heard about that. Yeah.
That's cool. He's been investing in tech startups since 2012. They invested in Uber Series B, so that's the Uber for private planes.
Yeah, he was taking a hit for that too.
Yeah, he was.
I heard. He was losing some
He's
money.
also a huge investor in the high-tech luggage maker Away and the nail parlor Julep. So he's
I think honestly.
Oh no. Uber Service B is something else. The private jet startup is Jet Smarter.
I think honestly, if we get a few of our ladies to come together, I think we can really outshine the Asians when it comes to the nail parlors.
Absolutely.
Because we're their customer. We're their number one customer. Yeah.
Hair.
Yeah, hair. Yeah.
I mean, what is an Asian woman? What is an Asian woman gonna tell me about my hair?
We're going into it now, though.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, Barney Brothers is
Yeah.
Oh, is that why everybody's at the stadium? Barner Brothers? Oh, that's nice. That used to be the thing back in the day.
We need to get over to the Barner Brothers one of these days.
Yeah, we should. We should just walk over there and bring the camera and everything.
Maybe you can get a sponsorship or something.
Right? Because I do wear weaves and wigs, y'all. I do.
She slays.
I do.
We're going to do the new freeze challenge with you.
The what?
Y'all seen the new freeze challenge?
Yeah. Oh,
What is it?
Yeah.
What is it?
Nothing. Really.
What's the new freeze challenge?
I'm going to have to show you.
Is that the one where everybody's doing that dance like this? Oh, that's cute.
Make sure y'all like our Instagram page
Facebook?
as well as our Facebook page.
We have an Instagram page?
Huh? Subscribe to it. Subscribe to
Wait
our
a minute.
Facebook.
Do we have an Instagram page?
Yes.
We do.
Not connecting the dots, but I'm saying
Our personal pages?
not only our personal pages, but also the page that we go through.
Oh.
Innovative Black.
Right.
Yes.
Sorry. Well, we do have an Innovative Black
Yes. Make
Instagram.
sure y'all like the Innovative Black page.
And-
Subscribe to YouTube.
Yeah.